everyone, and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I will be doing a reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of March 2024. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. And I do just want to mention that everyone is different based on their birth chart. So the predictions will come to everyone during different times. So that is something to be aware of. Now, in the past position, we have the Four of Cups clarified by Temperance. In the challenging position, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Swords. In the present position, we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Chariot. And in the future outcome position, we have the King of Swords clarified by Death. So let's get right into this spread, Capricorn. Definitely in the recent past, you felt quite maybe low moodish. You weren't feeling super motivated. Clearly, you were recovering from something that you didn't like. It could be a situation that happened that, wasn't to your liking. It could be a connection with another person that just didn't go as you were kind of expecting it to go. And so the message of the Four of Cups here is to let go of past regrets. You were doing everything that you could, and so even if you did say something that didn't have the consequences you expected to have, it's important to remember that everything is a learning opportunity. Some of you may be regretting an opportunity that you didn't sort of take, that you didn't grab on and run with. And so, part of you may feel like you should have realized a certain amount of your potential that you feel that you didn't realize. But it is important to, again, be aware of the timing. You will have a new opportunity to realize the potential that you feel you may have not done in the past. And so the Temperance here is definitely bringing a very calming energy, reminding you to listen to how you feel on the inside, but also be patient with yourself, and make sure that you are focusing on remembering that healing is very important. As you evolve, as your thought patterns evolve, as your behavior evolves, it's important to remember that healing is kind of like an ongoing process, because regardless of whether you are in life, you always need to do different exercises to help you with the healing process. So make sure to stare at a candle. Make sure to meditate. It raises your vibration. Make sure to take walks in nature because it helps raise your vibration. There are cording exercises, grounding exercises, replenishing your energy. It's very, very important to replenish your energy with abundance and positivity. You basically imagine a sun above your head, 2 to 3 feet above your head, and you just kind of stick a little pin in it and allow the abundance to kind of enter your body through the top of your head and fill yourself with joy and abundance. And abundance comes in different ways, so it could be abundance of friendships, abundance of money, abundance of opportunities, whatever it may be. It's important to do those cording exercises because it helps you raise the vibration. Now, in the obstacle position, you do have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Swords, which tells me that you are going to be feeling in March like you are in a holding pattern, not sure, where to go, not sure of the direction in which you're supposed to be moving in, because there's clearly something out of alignment inside your family or a close group of people that you associate with. There's some kind of instability stability. There's some kind of maybe obligations or responsibilities that are weighing quite heavy on you. Some of that may be of financial nature as well. Again, it's very important to find balance and to stay in alignment. It's important to approach people that matter the most to you with love, with understanding, but also with clear boundaries, because you do need to protect your energy as well. Make sure that you are trying to maintain the alignment. And sometimes, our family does kind of drive us nuts, because, we can have arguments, we disagree, but it is important to say that family is extremely important and understands you better than anyone else. So, kind of changing the family dynamic is important. So see what you can do in order to raise the vibration of the collective, of the family, and things will fall into place once you do. Also, make sure that you're not spending more money than is coming in. Double check your finances. Make sure that investments are solid and well made. Maybe you need to familiarize yourself with new financial instruments that could help you build a stronger financial platform for your family as well. The Page of Swords tells me that the communication may be not very clear. It could be muddy. It could be too emotional. On March 10th, there is, which is tomorrow, I believe, there is a new moon. It's going to be a super moon. And what that means is the actual moon is coming closer to Earth. When the moon is closer to Earth, it affects people in an emotional way. So make sure that when you do communicate, it is grounded rather than emotional, because emotional communication, oftentimes you can say things in the heat of the moment, in a very emotional state, that may affect someone else's negatively and lower their vibration. The best way to manifest things in your life is to have high vibration. Even if someone cuts you off in traffic, you have to look at them from a prism of love, from a perspective of love. I hope that person gets to where they need, safe and sound, Godspeed, that type energy. When you can look at everyone with the eye of love, you will manifest whatever it is that you want. So before you start to manifest, your vibration has to be very, very high. Most people vibrate at around 200 hertz, which means they have just enough courage to get through the day. Very few people vibrate at 600 hertz, which is, a state of love, a state of high vibration. And so that is what you should be doing, raising your vibration however you can. That means eating less, drinking less. It means becoming one with light, not so dense. And so that means that you should be paying attention to your thought patterns, making sure you stay away from negative ways of thinking. But the most strongest way of communicating, first and foremost with yourself, is through visualization. Visualizing affects your thoughts, and that affects your behavior and everything else. First comes visualizing. And in order to visualize correctly, you have to make sure all the toxic energy is out of your body and that you replenish yourself with abundance. Now, the way you get the toxic energy out is through cording exercise. You imagine an energetic tube coming out of your hip that goes deep down into the core of the earth. Mother Earth will take that toxic energy and transmute it. And above your head is a sun that you prick with a pin or a needle, and the abundance flows into your skull, for the lack of a better word, and deep down in your body, and goes into your fingers and your toes and fills your energy with abundance. That is what you're supposed to be doing every single day. Not just meditating, not just taking walks in nature. It takes a lot of energy and time to maintain high vibration. So I really want to impress upon you to do that. Now, in the present position, we do see that you are in a certain amount of worry, because you do have the Nine of Swords, which also has this black background, kind of suggesting that the anxiety, there's like no light, not seeing a way forward. It's important to remember that you want to get rid of that anxiety through courting exercises. You want to remember that, you should look at things that, for example, are not offered to you, or you feel you've missed, as an opportunity, as an advantage. You want to flip it around and see the positivity, and maintain that positivity. But, the Nine of Swords suggests to me that there's some sort of a pattern that you're repeating. The pattern continues to repeat until you learn the lesson, until you break the pattern, until you say enough and walk away from that repeating. Because, once you notice that, okay, this has happened to me before, and it continues to happen, that means there's something you have not learned. And so it's something to do with the direction that you're moving in, because you're in control. You have the Chariot here, which stands for willpower and determination and control. You have control. One of the greatest tricks the devil pulls is to convince you, to program you, to impress upon you that you do not have control. You can break any pattern. You're strong enough, smart enough, effective enough, you have enough experience. You are an unbelievably beautiful, unique human being. You're a spiritual being having a temporary human experience, and you absolutely are a God particle. So you have enough strength to break this pattern. It's important to recognize what this pattern is, to understand what this pattern is, and to find a way to break it. In the future outcome position, you have clarity, which tells me that you are leveling up. You don't get the king without mastering something, and you've mastered something. You're rising above the problems, because the crown of this king, the head of this king, is above these two birds and above this cloud, which represents maybe confusion, maybe having something like an issue in your life. You are clear enough and able enough to see a way forward, and you hold this sword because you have the power to communicate clearly. You have the power of logical reasoning that will take you and move you forward. So this to me suggests that there is a transformation happening as a result of this new moon that's going to happen on March 10th. Also on March 14th, I believe Mars is going to be in conjunction with Uranus. Which is going to bring revolutionary energy. It's going to give you power. It's going to give you power. It's going to give you air underneath your wings, and it will propel you forward. You'll feel more courage. You'll finally be able to say what you need to say in a way, in a very strong way, in a very concise way that's going to kind of break this pattern here. So the reason you should be grateful for for this is because it's leveling you up. It's making you a master. It's giving you that strong, decisive mind. Your standards are also leveling up. You're releasing something because of this death. This death is bringing transformation. It's not on top. The king is on top. The death is below. So the king is in charge of this transformation, of this change. Something must be let go for new to come in. You're a constantly evolving being. Transformation is kind of like it has to happen on a routine, consistent basis because you are evolving. You cannot stay in the same sort of way for a long time because then it's going to bring about, transformation that might be completely sort of difficult to handle. So this is actually a good combination. But let's see what we can clarify with the Angel and Ancestor Oracle card that I pulled earlier. And we have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. A lot of times I see people not trusting what they know and what they feel inside, because the moment your intuition tells you something and then you talk to someone, that other person can convince you otherwise. Don't allow your intuition to be overridden by someone else's words. They have their intuition. They're talking about what feels right to them, but you should always listen to how you feel on the inside and honor that and remember that and not allow your inner voice to be diminished. So it's important to have a strong aura. Aura protects your body. When you start to feel stress, and this is what tells me with the nine of swords, is that when another person affects your aura, it becomes lopsided. It's important to remember, stick to your inner knowing, stick to making sure your aura is strong. And you can look up how to maintain a strong aura that will help you kind of have that determined attitude on the inside, because you are a God particle. You have a lot of power. The problem is you may not be aware of how much power you have because of the programming through which you've been through. So you can break this cycle once you restabilize your aura. I also pulled a Moon Oracle card, and we have discernment. Again, the divine here is giving a very clear message. You want to pray to, and when you pray, basically what you're doing is casting a spell. You're using words to cast a spell. In other words, it's a prayer. It's a prayer. Pray from a position of power. Don't pray from a position of victim. You're not a victim. You've had certain experiences in your life that taught you to be stronger, that taught you to be more aware, that taught you to connect with the divine, but it's important to pray from a position of power. And again, you can also look up how to do that, which will help you greatly. I also pulled a Mystical Wisdom card, and we have knowledge. Seek knowledge. Definitely, you should be a sponge that tries to read ancient texts. Have you, ever read the Book of the Dead, that the Egyptians wrote? Have you ever read the Emerald Tablets that, come from Sumeria? Have you ever read the Dead Sea Scrolls that were, found at the bottom of the Dead Sea, obviously? But you should pursue more understanding and knowledge, because it will give you more context of the tarot predictions. It will give you more understanding when you listen to astrological predictions. It's important to learn. You are here to learn. Learning does not stop when you are done with college or master degree or Juris Doctor Torah degree or whatever other degree you pursued. You know, knowledge is constant. It is continuous. It never actually stops, and it gives you more understanding so that you can be more in charge of your karma and your aura and light up the world like you are meant to, and manifest things into your reality so you can have fun and not feel apathetic or indifferent or, you know, disconnected or detached from your family or friends. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Capricorn. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment if you resonated with a particular part of this reading. That means so much to me. It's such an honor and so much fun to do these readings. I hope that you do enjoy them. I hope that you have an incredible month of March. You are a cornerstone, Capricorn. I don't know, like, I know Capricorns in my life have saved me time and time again. You're extremely resilient, and wonderful things are going to be coming towards you, specifically at the end of summer. That is when you'll feel an incredible change in the dynamic around you. Again, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.